Back to my channel. I'm your host Anna, and my channel name is Only in My Dreams. Thank you so much for coming by to visit. It means a lot to me. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I would do a what would you do question for prepping, but we're gonna just go along a little different path here. So come along with me while we do this together. Now I have been, as you guys know, this is in the front of my house, this room, and it's has a lot of my prepping supplies, food, medicine, you name it. I'm surrounded by it here, and I need to reorganize, and I need to buy a couple of other things to make things be a little bit more easier for me to organize. So I'm in the midst of doing all that. And while I was doing that, I came across these books, and I said, you know what? I haven't really talked enough about educating ourselves and having a library of information. Now, if a day ever comes that for whatever reason, there's just no more internet or you just can't afford it, you're basically, on your own. If they turn off your cell phone, if there's, a solar event that takes everything out, there's no phone, there's no computer, there's no information that we normally just go click, click, click on our phone and look it up, or on our computers and look it up. All that will be gone, either by an event or economic times. Things happen. I mean, I personally went without phone, cable, internet for 2.5 years of my life. Just couldn't afford it when I was a single parent, and that's what we had to do without. I didn't even have a cell phone. I had nothing. And you have to consider those type of times. So I came across these books, and I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about the importance of having a library, and the great information and the abundance of help that it will give you one day. So here we go. The first thing that I pulled out, and it's just, I only have like 5 books here, I think, maybe 6. I'm just going to share with you really quick. This one's called Restorative Recipes and Sensory Suggestions. Now, this is an aromatherapy through the seasons. Now, aromatherapy has been known to help in so many different ways for your well-being and what have you. As you could tell, this is a used book. This is not new. I get these from the thrift stores. This one's, underlined and all the good stuff. And it has recipes in here and remedies of things to do to help you with different types of situations, as far as ailments, even hair loss, you name it. There's stuff in here for it. Kids' baths, recipes for bedtime spray, sweet dream mix, headache remedy, a sports muscle rub, inflammation soother. All these recipes are in here for you to try and to create. Like the inflammation soother, there's like 10 drops of chamomile, 5 drops of eucalyptus, 3 drops of lavender, 7 drops of peppermint, and 5 drops of rosemary. And then you put it in a mixture of like vegetable oil and massage it into the inflamed area. So this is always good to have. I do have a lot of essential oils, and it's good to have this type of information to know how to put something together and being able to reference back quickly to it time and time again. And I think I got this book from one of the cheaper thrift stores I went to. I think I got this one for like 25 or 50 cents. Okay. Then this one, the Farmer's Country Kitchen Book. This is a collection of first published 1894 by Margaret Landon. So if you look at this, I guess maybe that's what it might have looked like the very first edition, probably. Now, I went through this book and I found it to be fascinating. It covers all kinds of recipes right here. They even have a recipe called Nuts and Bolts. Tiny beef balls, sunflower seeds, maple shakes, brown cow, things I've never heard of, lemonade syrup. Okay. They have a whole bunch of stuff in here. And what was interesting about this, they even go into making jellies, things like that, which is really interesting. And they talk about canning. So it covers canning and all these important factors that you may not have one of those nice fancy ball jar books that I've been looking for a used one for. I've been looking for a used one. And it talks about canning and freezing. So there's plenty of books out there for you to find and educate yourself, because it's out there. I mean, it tells you all the information and how much you need. I got a piece of hair on my chest. It tells you, it even has charts, everything. It's really interesting. And I think I picked this one up. It was a little bit more pricey because I got it from, I believe, the Salvation Army. But it's a priceless gem, so I picked it up. And another suggestion, if I can make, when you pick up these books, just don't pick them up and then lay them on the side, because I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty of it. You have to set aside, tell yourself, okay, towards my books of things I want to learn, things I want to educate myself, emergency backup information. Tell yourself 15 or 20 minutes a week. Pick up one of the books from that library, from that shelf that you've created, open it up and read 15, 20 minutes. That's it. Or even challenge yourself even more. Every 3 days, 15, 20 minutes. Allow yourself that kind of time. Pick a book and really take it in. So then you'll remember what you can reach for when you need it. Here's another one that I found. It's called Books for Self-Reliance, and it's part of this one, I believe, because they were like together. No, these weren't together. Were these together? No, these weren't together. I think I got this one. I believe I picked this one up from the cheaper thrift store. Herbs for Common Ailments, How to Make and Use Herbal Remedies for Home Health Care. Okay. And there are 2 other kinds that are available as well. Herbs for stress and anxiety, herbs for long-lasting health. So those are 2 other ones. So I believe I paid 25 cents for this. And it tells you the different herbs and their benefits. Okay. But on this note, talking about herbs, My Fairy Treasures recommended this book to me. And this is literally what it is. The little herb encyclopedia. And she uses this, and this is just an amazing book with tons and tons of information. It's a nice big thick book. And I had my Bissell manual in there because I didn't want to lose it. It covers from fasting to your heart, to glandular imbalance. It talks about, you name it. You look it up and you can find something that will help you as far as an herb. It's in here. I got this book from Amazon and I bought it used. It was not new. And I got it on a cheaper price, obviously, because I bought it used. And I was really happy with it. And I love the fact that it's on the spiral. And it's small compared to like a larger book, so it's kind of easy to handle. And if you need to put it up on a book stand, it will stand nicely on a book stand. And it's easy to read. It's not complicated. And it goes through the recommendations, and it also tells you, to beware of this, and this. It's just really good. Like right here, large doses of vitamin C from rose hips have been known to cure cancer in smaller doses, have been preventative in cancer. And they have all kinds of information in here, but that's for rose hips, okay? And then it tells you more specific information. It covers just absolutely everything. I love this book. And then the last 2, I got this from the Salvation Army. And I even still have the price run on top. This is when they had their books a little bit cheaper. They're a lot more pricier now. It's hard to get a book for $1.99 from there now, but that's how much I paid for it. And this was a Beekeeper's Handbook. And what was so special about this Beekeeper's Handbook is that it has a ton of information. And not only does it have a ton of information of exactly what you need to do, the person who donated it was a local. So there is local information in here for people, for the specific bees that are here in this actual area. And there are specific bees that require specific needs. And it's just amazing that I was able to find all the inserts that they left in there, and they just donated it that way. I mean, they even had printouts in color. You name it, it was in here. It was just amazing. So this was a treasure to have found. Then the last one that I'm sharing today is the DIY self-sufficient homeowner. Having books to help you learn how to be more self-sufficient, to create things, to make things. Even if you're single and you just don't know what to do, this would be a good route to go. Find these kinds of books, and they're just going to help you to do all the things. See, it covers all these different projects, and it was just a really good book. And I have looked into this book, and I actually showed it to my husband. And I told him, I said, wow, this is a pretty good book. He was like, yeah, it is. Because it even shows you like the details step by step. It's really interesting. So I was happy to have found this one, and I can't remember which thrift store I found it at, but I have it. So that's just a little example of some of the books that I have for myself in self-education, and the importance of having a library. And if you have children, you have to consider having educational supplies, books, worksheets, things for them to continue to learn if they can't go to school. If there's an outbreak of some form, if there's martial law, if there's anything at all that happens that you just can't go to school anymore, school shut down, there was a school fire, I mean, whatever, you'll still be able to teach your children something at home. You'll still be able to continue their education. So consider that as well, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this little share, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.